The reverse death candle. That's coming for Bitcoin. That's coming for crypto. I'll explain what I mean by that. We have some interesting news, some news that pumped Bitcoin initially. Now it's cooling down a little bit, but some good news for the markets. I want to make an apology because I mistook something, but I want to hit on that. And just massive amounts of buying. And we'll talk about crypto that I think is going to bounce back pretty hard here soon. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. If you want to trade crypto, there are a couple links underneath the video. One is to CoinW. You can sign up and start trading in just a few minutes. You get some extra deposit bonuses, I believe. We're working on a promo right now to get you guys in a trading competition. There's also a link to Blofin as well, in case you want to try out a different exchange, and a link to BTCC, where you can get a 10% deposit bonus and lower trading fees. I like using all these exchanges, so that way I have multiple options in case one goes down for volatility or something happens. So check out these underneath the video. We just got CPI data. Tomorrow we get PPI data. CPI came in at 0.3%. The expectation was 0.3%. Core was 0.3%. Expectation was 0.3%. Now these are rounded. Overall, they actually came in just slightly higher than expected, according to Nick T. But CPI came in at 2.7% year over year, and Core came in at 3.3%. So really a bit of a non-event. But Bitcoin liked this. We actually pushed up over the last hour. You can see on the 1 hour chart, we were at like 98.2. We pushed all the way up to 98.8, coming down to 98.6 right now. So not a ton of volatility on this, but good news overall. And right now, the analysts are pretty much expecting a 25 basis point cut, like almost a consensus that we're going to get a 25 basis point cut at this next meeting, which is next week, 1 week from today. And then there's a very good chance that they hold. But if they don't hold, the chances are they're going to cut by another 25 basis points at the January meeting. Then the expectation is that, from where we are right now, we go down about 0.5% or 50 basis points by March. Of course, this can shift, but overall, the market is pretty happy with this, it seems. Also, more money is coming into crypto. We have another $1 billion minted at the Tether Treasury. This is good news. This means that money's flowing into crypto. At the same time, though, Tether dominance, stablecoin dominance is falling. So even though we have money coming in, the fact is the market is outpacing the amount of stablecoins being minted. So more and more money is trying to get their hands on this finite amount of crypto, specifically Bitcoin. I want to apologize. Last video, I said that, Michael Saylor said that MSTR is joining the QQQ. This is where you have to be careful on Twitter. This is a parody account. But I will say it's very likely that they're to get added to the QQQ. Eric Balkanis, who's a senior analyst for Bloomberg, follows crypto every single day. He says MSTR is likely to be added to the QQQ on 12/23 with an announcement coming on Friday, which is when I said they would most likely start being added to the QQQ. They said he says Moderna is likely to get the boot. Below is best guess of ads drops via Safeart. Likely a 0.47 weighting, 40th biggest holding. There's 550 billion of ETFs tracking the index. So yeah, if this is the case, MSTR are likely to get about $2.1 billion in flows, like right away when they rebalance. As I said in my last video, this is really important. And whether this is happening, Friday or a couple weeks from now, the fact is after this gets added to the QQQ, people will passively be buying Bitcoin. It will help buoy their portfolios and help them get some allocation to Bitcoin without even knowing it, really. So it will be fascinating to watch this and probably be added to VOO and the S&P 500 in the years to come. So I think this is really beneficial to a lot of people. Now, Bitwise made a big prediction. They predict Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana will all reach new all-time highs in 2025. Bitcoin, 200,000. Ethereum, 7,000. Solana, 750. Now, I don't even think this is incredibly aggressive. Sometimes you see people or analysts saying we're going to hit $500,000 Bitcoin or $1 million Bitcoin. Yes, in traditional finance, this is extremely aggressive. This is over 100% in the next year. For Bitcoin, a little bit under that for Ethereum, and more than that, like a 200% gain for Solana. I think it could be more aggressive, but yeah, this is probably pretty right on. I'm calling this the reverse death candle, basically God candle. Seeing Bitcoin double after it's already gone up 6x in the last year. Ethereum, kind of a lagger in this scenario, only going up, 40%, 45% above last cycle's high. And Bitcoin would have gone up about 200%. So yeah, Ethereum in this example, not doing great. Of course, this is a great return for any normal person, but in crypto, not a great return. Solana, doing almost 100x from the bottom, still doing 200% gain from here. Now, this would take a good amount of inflows, right? But right now, we are expecting some nations to be buying Bitcoin. There's a lot of people saying, and people in positions of high power saying that there already are countries that are buying Bitcoin and mining Bitcoin, putting resources behind different departments to buy Bitcoin behind the scenes. So yeah, I think Bitcoin can definitely hit 200,000 this coming year. Apparently, they also made some other predictions. I was interested when I saw this. Bitcoin ETFs will attract more flows in 2025 than they did in 2024. This is coming from Bitwise still. That means that BlackRock would have 1 million Bitcoin, over 1 million Bitcoin. Now, I guess you could say, well, they're just going to absorb more money. They're not going to actually be able to double their Bitcoin because of the fact that Bitcoin's price has gone up so much. So maybe they don't hit 1 million Bitcoin, but they might be approaching 1 million Bitcoin. Coinbase stock will trade over 700 per share. At least 5 crypto unicorns will go public in the US. I've heard of several companies like Circle and I think Kraken considering going public. Tokens launched by AI agents will spearhead a meme coin mania. The number of countries holding Bitcoin will double. So maybe they're 2 or 3 right now. Maybe it'll go up to 5 or 6. I think there are actually more countries than 2 or 3, but those are the really well-known ones, like El Salvador and the country of Bhutan. But there are some other countries that have put money behind, like mining and stuff like that. Coinbase will enter the S&P 500 and MicroStrategy, the NASDAQ 100. This is an interesting one down here. Stablecoin assets will double to $400 billion. That means companies like Tether will grow even stronger. XRP, which is releasing a stablecoin here very soon. They announced that yesterday, that they got final approval from the New York NYDFS or something like that. They are going to launch a stablecoin. This means more and more lobbying. These companies want crypto to grow. They control a lot of money. They want crypto to continue to grow so that way they get more in AUM. So that means they can invest more in the crypto ecosystem and get some yield on other cash-bearing notes or yield-bearing notes. So yeah, this is extremely bullish for the likes of XRP, Tether, Circle. Yeah, this would be awesome. Tokenized real-world assets will reach 50 billion. We know BlackRock wants to tokenize everything. They've said that basically. So it'll be fascinating to see how this turns out. Another big day of inflows, 440 million after 480, after 376, after 766. So when you see these drops, when you see, a lot of volatility, when Bitcoin goes down to 94, just know BlackRock's laughing behind the scenes, picking up those cheap Bitcoin when people are panic selling. They're also buying cheap Ethereum too. Fidelity with 200 million in inflows, BlackRock with 81 million of inflows. Overall, I think this is going to be a great couple months. I think this is going to be a great next year. Some cryptos also cooled off recently. Solana's down $35 from the all-time high or the recent high. Cardano's down 11, 12 cents. XRP's down like 60 cents. One smaller crypto that I've talked about a couple of times on the channel is down like 20%. So I'm just going to bring it back up again. Altura was just at 15 cents 5 days ago. And they're smashing it recently. You can see they went from 1.8 cents to 15 cents, so almost a 10x real quick. And they've made a couple of big announcements recently. And to be clear, I do own some of this token. Redefining play for the next generation games with Immutable. They're building custom marketplaces on Immutable ZK EVM, access a no-code minting platform, and supercharge your player economy with perpetual rewards. So they're working with Immutable, one of the biggest companies in the space. They also unveiled an intelligence toolkit built for boundless creativity. This is powered by AI. They say, what if creating in-game assets was as easy as clicking a button? With Altura's AI asset generation tool, developers and players can design assets with just one click, no hassle, just streamline creativity for Web3 games. They create something called an NPC engine. Have you ever met an NPC that felt too robotic? Not anymore. You can make non-playable characters come to life. They have this world engine, create entire game worlds from scratch. That's old news. With Altura's world engine, developers are can instantly design and modify massive environments. Tailored AI models for Unity and Unreal mean every world feels alive. No extra hours needed. So this is going to be really interesting. I'm bullish on Altura. That's why I do have some Altura tokens for this bull run. If you want to see what cryptos I'm buying and what cryptos I'm interested in, I just made a video a few days ago talking about some of the best cryptos to pick up now. You can check out that video. Overall, though, I think we're sitting in a good place. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. The reverse death candle is coming, meaning we are going to see, as they say, God candles coming. We're going to see big moves, $5,000, $10,000 moves. You know, we've had a lot of longs liquidated over the last few days. But we're going to see a lot of shorts liquidated here soon, in my opinion. We're going to see a short squeeze. Of course, do your own due diligence. If you do want to trade crypto, there's a link underneath the video to BTCC, to CoinW, to Blofin. Thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next one.